on the risk profile of SAPS members, circumstances of killings on and off duty, and the motive of cop killers. We chat to him now from our Pretoria studios. Good afternoon, Chris. Thank you for joining us on a Sunday afternoon.
Good afternoon, and good afternoon to the viewers.
We do appreciate your time. Chris, help us understand what some of the circumstances around these killings are. And are these killings mostly in response to police intervention?
Yeah. First I want to say is that, on the average for the last 10 years, we have about 80 police murders per year. In the late 90s, they were about double that figure. Now, if we look at the circumstances under which these members are killed, it is usually mostly where they go and arrest somebody, or where they are pursuing some criminals, and there is a shootout. In those circumstances, like, recently we had the spate of CITs, which is actually still continuing, some of them. And during that circumstances, if the police arrive on that scene, you can think that there will be a shootout. And that is where most of your police officers are either injured and or killed. That is the circumstances where sometimes you find a police officer on his way or on her way to work or from work to home, that they are killed in that circumstances. And there it may be, the possibility may be there that it was for the firearm, that they killed this police officer to get hold of the firearm. And then off duty, when police officers are off duty, there's especially two circumstances under which they are killed. The one circumstance is where they are hijacked. They are seen as ordinary citizens. I mean, they're not even in uniform, and they are driving their car, or they are in their house and there's a house robbery, and they are killed as any other citizen of the country. And then sometimes police officers are off duty, but they see a crime and they place themselves on duty, and in that circumstances they are also killed.
Chris, you've actually preempted my very next question, which was that a lot of killings also occur, like you're saying, when officers are off duty. But this would, however, appear to contradict the fact, so that if most of the killings occur off duty, it does not make sense that they are in response to police intervention unless our officers are doing more work off duty than they are on duty.
Yeah, but as I say, there are two circumstances. I mean, police officers, 200,000 or 190,000 police officers are also citizens of the country. So they also become victims of crime, of house robbery, of carjackings, those kind of crimes, and during that they are killed. They also, there's this, the ordinary, I mean, police officers are also people, they're also part of the community. So your social problems that affect the community also affect them. So you may find a police officer killed in domestic violence. That often happen. Family killings. And then also, police officers are supposed to be, if they are in a shopping center or they are on their way somewhere and they see a crime occurring, they have to put them on duty themselves. And try to protect life of the citizens.
Chris,
of the country.
You did mention.
In that process, they may also be killed.
You did mention just now that police officers are being targeted for their firearms, but to what extent are robberies of firearms motivating these attacks? And related to this, whether it might be in the best interest of the police to disarm even when on duty? Just your thoughts on that one very quickly.
Yeah, there's two views on that. Actually, I think it is the minority of police officers who are killed for their firearms. It is not the bulk. The bulk is during those circumstances that I've indicated. But you find some cases of that. Also, police officers may be killed, like in the case of Nobo, where police officers were killed in a police station. and around the police station because there was a robbery on the police station of firearms. But I think that is the minority cases. And my view is if you allow police officers to go off duty without their firearms, if they have to leave it at the police station, you make them very vulnerable. And if they have to act when they see a crime or they land within a crime, then also they will be highly vulnerable.
Chris, you gave us that stat just now, 80 police murders per year in the last decade. We simply have to minimize these kind of tragedies. What should be done, whatever the extent and reasons for the police deaths, and what kind of strategies should we be implementing at this point?
Well, the first thing is training, retraining, constant awareness. Police officers must remember, especially our operational police officers, must remember that they do a very dangerous work. So you constantly have to keep them on their toes with awareness, so that they know that when they go out in the street, when they go on patrol, when they go to a roadblock, or any of those circumstances, even if they are only in the police station on duty, they should be aware that they can become a victim. They should always be ready for a fight, if I can put it like that. That is the first thing. Secondly, you must see to it that all your police stations, all your police members have the necessary equipment. Police officers should not go out in the streets, out on patrol, without the necessary protection. The bulletproof clothing and those kind of things. And then also proper training. What should they do in a situation of shootout? That they know that if you allow the robber to shoot first, you in all probabilities have a high chance that you are going to die. So you have to train them that they are very streetwise, that they know under what circumstances should they shoot first.
Dr. Chris de Kok, an independent crime analyst, joining us from our Pretoria studios. We do appreciate your invaluable insights on the SABC News Desk. Time now